Hello, teaser, who's a real crowd pleaser? Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. And welcome to Movie Macabre. We've got one for you this week called The Other. And I guess you'd say it's sort of like Stephen King meets the Waltons. In fact, I think that would have made a better title for it instead of just calling it The Other. I mean, when Attila, the program director, told me that this movie was The Other, my question to him was, the other what? I mean, it should be the other something, you know, like the other shoe or the other guy or the other whatever, but not just the other. But what do I know, right? All right. They tell me it's a good movie for a change, so relish it. Unless, of course, you don't care that much for relish, in which case you might want to try a little mustard and onions. Okay, now let's just get these commercials out of the way, and then we can go for it. If anybody asks, you're watching Movie Macabre. Oh, gee. Don't tell me that Holland just went and killed that poor little rat.
Oh, no.
Yeah, golly. But what the heck, I guess. If Holland hadn't killed it, all them artificial sweeteners in the Diet Colas would have. And tell me something, okay? Now, what kind of a name for a kid is Holland? Or for that matter, what about Niles? God, one of them is named after a country and the other one's named after some doggone river in Egypt. Oh, well, I guess it beats getting named after a tunnel. And them kids have to be the runningest boys I have ever seen. They run here, they run there. Boy, I swear they have the runs. And when this show repeats, they'll have the reruns. The Other continues right after this. Have you heard about the official Elvira fan club, darling? Here's your chance to get that 8x10 glossy you've always wanted. Plus the Elvira bumper sticker, identification card, and special fun letter. All that for only $5.50? You've got to be kidding. Join up now, darling, and remember, it's official. Well, if you're keeping score, it's 2 points for Niles, 4 points for that geeky little cousin of his. Boy, it may be kind of hard to find a needle in a haystack, but finding a pitchfork is a downright cinch. And what about that strange old granny from the old country? At first I thought she was that Mrs. Olson, you know, showing up to mooch a cup of joe. I expected her to turn to the camera and say, "It's the richest kind." Well, of course, as it turns out, she's supposed to be a Russian. And you can tell by the outfit she has on, it's what you call a Russian dressing. Get it. Well, be right back with the movie. Oh, boy. Old Mrs. Rowe really fell for that trick, didn't she? Yeah, fell right on her keister. Oh, and I was afraid she was going to scare that poor little rat to death. Boy, this movie is just full of rats, isn't it? And not just the four-legged kind either. Well, Holland's up to his old tricks. And so's Elvira. Drum roll, please. Ha, please. Whoa, okay. All right, watch closely. Nothing up here. Nothing up here. Plenty up here. Okay, observe now. Abracadabra, presto, change-o. Ta-da! Hey, what'd you think? Pretty good, huh? It's the old rabbit out of the hat trick. Huh? It's right here. Well, okay, so it ain't exactly a rabbit, but you're not gonna bust my chops on account of it's only a hare. Yeah, well, I think I smell a rat. Maybe old Mrs. Rowe is just putting up some more of her famous Limburger preserves. But I don't think so. I think Holland has gone and gotten himself in Dutch again. Boy, that kid must be the black sheep of the family, 'cause he is so bad. Sorry. I mean, just look at the pranks he pulled off.
Don't you think they're cheerful?
No, I don't. Ooh, well, it looks like push finally came to shove over that doggone ring. Guess it must be a mood ring on account of how it puts everybody in such a rotten, lousy mood. And to tell you the truth, I think Mom overreacted a bit when it came to that finger. I mean, I don't know where Niles got it, but you know how kids are. They're always giving each other the finger.
Of course, how stupid.
Yeah, well, moms have to put up a good front, I guess. And raising them two little hellions ain't no picnic, I'll bet. Boy, especially that Holland. Is he ever full of surprises? Boy, he is a regular walk in Pearl Harbor. And to tell you the truth, I don't know why his mom stands for it. From the looks of things, she'll never stand for it again. What is it they say? All's well that ends well? But I guess it ain't quite the same thing when you end up in the well. Oh, well. And I'll be go to well if I had any idea that Holland was really supposed to be dead all this time. I mean, stupid me. So all the time Holland has been like Niall's make-believe pal. Sort of like Breather is my make-believe pal. But with Breather it's kind of different on account of he's for real and the make-believe part is that he's my pal. If you're keeping up with my drift. But seriously, Niles has a problem. Not accepting the fact that his brother is dead is a classic case of what you call denial. And I ain't talking about the Nile River. Think about it. Analyze it. The other continues on Movie Macabre. Listen, Granny, if anybody ought to be feeling guilty right now, it's you. I mean, look what you've gone and done to that poor kid's mind. Thanks to you and that stupid game you taught him. He's got tapioca where his brains ought to be. You just go ahead and feel guilty, okay? You've earned it. And another thing, lady. Hey, little sister, lighten up on poor old Granny. I mean, give the old girl a break. What the, I mean, who the heck are you? Cripes, little sister, don't you know me? I'm your alter ego. Alter ego? Hey, then just buzz off. My ego don't need to be altered. Fits me just fine. Hey, you want to do something fun and nasty? What? Yeah, let's just ruin the movie for everybody watching by telling them what happens next. No, we can't do that. I mean, Attila would have a conniption. I mean, Attila says, Christ, little sister, let's have some fun. No, I don't want to. Well, anyway, what happens next is this. They bring the baby home from the hospital, see? No, and then they take it upstairs. And in the crib, just when you put there, you won't believe it. Here's Holland, who's been most everywhere. He pushed his mother down the stairs, but Niles always takes the blame because he likes to play the game. What a crazy pair, because they're others, identical brothers, and you'll find they thrill alike, they feel alike, at times they even kill alike. You could lose your mind when others are two of a kind. Oh, yeah, by golly, this movie was more fun than a barrel full. Well, on second thought, maybe it wasn't. Boy, old Granny certainly got her cookies baked. She should have just taken up something like crochet, you know, and left the child rearing to someone more qualified. Like maybe Dr. Sprocket. You know, once I figured out what this movie was all about, it was pretty darn good. I think it's one of them pictures that you really have to see more than once to fully appreciate. So, if you're watching Movie Macabre on Saturday night, you might want to tune in and catch it again tomorrow afternoon. Of course, if you're watching on Sunday, then there ain't much point in tuning in tomorrow. Unless you want to catch Wendy Gordon on the 9 o'clock news. I told her I'd mention her name on the show someday, and she is my biggest fan here at the station, let me tell you. And speaking about fans of mine here at the station, if you think the butters run off Attila, the program director's noodles, and that's why he's given us good movies to run for a change, just wait until next week. Oh, boy, do we have a treat for you then. It's something called The Navy versus the Night Monster. It's tough to picture a monster made out of pipe cleaners, but that's what it's about. It's one you won't want to miss. So I'll be looking for you then, and until then, may all your dreams be unpleasant dreams.